Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Dr. Alex Stagnaro-Green, the very proud Regional Dean of the University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford. I am honored to welcome you, our students, staff, faculty, distinguished guests, family, and friends to the 2021 graduation ceremony for the Master of Science in the Medical Biotechnology program. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to those who are watching today who couldn't be here because of distance, because of travel, because of COVID. We welcome you all, and we are thinking about you all. This year's ceremony includes the graduates of 2021, as well as many from last year's class of 2020. While the class of 2020 had a virtual ceremony because of COVID-19 pandemic restrictions, for many, that celebration of their accomplishments just wasn't the same as an in-person ceremony. So we welcome them and their families and friends here today and celebrate their continued accomplishments. It was almost a year ago to the day that the first American received the coronavirus vaccine outside of a clinical trial. This was a giant step that kicked off a wave of hope that we would soon be able to resume some of the daily routines of pre-pandemic life, seeing family members, returning to the office, traveling, going to school, and having graduation. Now with testing available and 200 million Americans fully vaccinated in the last year, we're able to join together as a group, as a family, as we are here today. Some find it incredible that testing, vaccines, and treatments could roll out so quickly for a novel disease such as COVID-19. But as I look out at our young, brilliant scientists in this room, I understand how that's possible. One COVID-19 related example related to our MBT graduates is that many of them joined forces to launch the Shield, Illinois COVID-19 saliva testing laboratory and community testing site on our Rockford campus. The testing done at this lab is crucial to our community's continued safety and is made possible by having the experienced scientists of our MBT program involved. In so many other areas, those in this room are laying the groundwork for an explosion of new discoveries that will provide the diagnostic tests, the vaccines, the therapies, the devices that will change the course of medicine and people's lives soon and in the generations to come. The caliber of students in the Masters of Science in Medical Biotechnology program is impressive. It is my honor to highlight some of their outstanding accomplishments. The Master of Science in Medical Biotechnology program's class of 2020 included 20 students who have been employed in research, positions in biotechnology in firms in Massachusetts and Wisconsin, and in cancer research in California and clinical research in Arizona. 2 are in prestigious PhD programs, one here at Northwestern and one in Texas at Baylor College of Medicine. The class of 2021 includes 30 students, 25 of whom already have research or science positions, many of which are in Massachusetts, California, and Illinois. 2 others have pending interviews, and 3 are going on to further their education in PhD programs. During their time here on campus, each of these students participated actively in our virtual research day, where they presented their research posters to interested faculty, staff, students, and guests. While Research Day here on campus is a major event, many of our students also presented their research findings at various conferences around the nation. Several of these outstanding students are now published authors, having contributed to book chapters or have manuscripts awaiting publication in scientific journals. Their work will be the foundation for continued research in a variety of fields that will have an impact on the lives of people well into the future. We can all be proud of these scientists and the important work they are doing to launch tomorrow's discoveries, and it will be great to see what they accomplish in the future. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ramaswamy. Dr. Ramaswamy is professor and head of the Department of Biomedical Sciences at the College of Medicine, Rockford. He is a doctor of veterinary medicine and holds a doctorate in immunology. He's a distinguished researcher in the fields of vaccine development and functional proteomics. He was also instrumental in creating the Master of Science in Medical Biotechnology program in 2007. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ramaswamy.
Thank you, Dr. Stagnaro-Green. So I'm here to welcome the students on behalf of the Department of Biomedical Sciences. It's my great pleasure to be part of this important event. Today we'll be celebrating the graduation of our 2020 and 2021 graduates. Unfortunately, we could not conduct the graduation ceremony in 2020 due to the pandemic. Today we are really happy to see majority of our students attending this graduation ceremony. The class of 2021 had to manage their education and research in the midst of the pandemic. Several of their classes were virtual, and many times they have to work lonely in their laboratory to complete their research. So despite this pandemic, they were also able to complete all the requirements, and then they are here for the graduation. So again, this is an important occasion. Today we have 40 students graduating. Wanted to congratulate the students, their parents, their family, and friends, and who are here and also who are actually watching this through remotely. I also wanted to congratulate the mentors and also the instructors who trained them to the level that they are now where they're working or continuing their PhD studies. Now, all of the students, as Dr. Stagnaro-Green pointed out, all of the students are either employed or are pursuing their higher education. And on behalf of the Biomedical Sciences faculty and staff, it is with great pride that I welcome you all on this important day of your academic career. So, welcome again. So at this point, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce and welcome Dean Dr. Karen Coley. She's the Dean of the Graduate College at the University of Illinois. Dean Coley started her career at UIC in 1991 and rose through the ranks to become the full professor of biochemistry and molecular genetics in 2002. She maintained an NIH-funded research program for over 25 years and is currently the lead PI on an NIH-funded biomedical postbaccalaureate program for underrepresented students. She began providing leadership in graduate education early on, co-founding the first umbrella graduate program in biomedical sciences at UIC in 2002. After serving in the College of Medicine Administration as Associate Dean for Graduate Research and Education, Interim Associate Dean for Research, and Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs, she was appointed Dean of the UIC Graduate College in 2012. In this role, she has focused on improving the graduate student experience by expanding graduate student support, professional development, and diversity pipeline programs. The past year, Dean Coley also served as the interim dean of the library and university librarian from August 2020 to February 2021. And also she was the acting provost and vice chancellor for academic affairs from May to August 2021. Dean Coley has been the supporter of our MPT program from its very beginning. She played a pivotal role in the initial complex negotiations in getting approval for this MPT program, both within the university and with the Illinois Board of Higher Education, that's the IBHE, during 2006 through 2008. Dean Coley, we are extremely thankful to you and would like to invite you to speak to our graduate students.
It is a great honor and pleasure to be here today to join in the celebration of our graduates from the Master of Science in Medical Biotechnology program. I realize that many family members and friends and some of the graduates could not be here today and are attending virtually, and I want to welcome them as well. I've watched this program grow into something very, very special over the last 14 years, The tireless efforts of Dr. Sutcliffe, Sadiq, and Ramaswamy, and many others, have led to the development of an innovative partnership between the University of Illinois Colleges of Medicine and Pharmacy, industry partners of the Midwest Biotechnology Corridor, and others to create a unique educational experience for students. This program was ahead of the curve when it started. Its creators realized early on the benefits of engaging partners outside of the university and the importance of preparing students for careers both inside and particularly outside the academy. Today, the Rockford I'm just going to call it MBT. I hope you don't mind, guys. Okay with you? Okay. Today, the Rockford MBT program has established itself as an excellent training experience that serves the needs of students as well as the industries and academic institutions of the region, state, and country. This program stands as a clear example of how strategic alliances between the university, private industry partners allow us to fully capitalize on our collective potential and maximize student training. Currently, 20 staff members from biotech industries such as Thermo Fisher Scientific, Catalytic Pharmaceutical Solutions, and AbbVie, and 8 staff members from NIU, Rockford University, and local medical centers serve as adjunct instructors. Their contributions to the education of the MBT students is tremendous, providing firsthand information about what is current in the industry and what is important in patient care and in medical research. Students in this program come from all over the country and indeed all over the world, from countries such as India, China, Saudi Arabia, Mongolia, Japan, Iran, Nigeria, and Nepal. I was impressed to find that the pandemic did not slow the MBT program down much at all. The leadership made sure things kept moving by offering classes online and allowing students to defer to spring 2021 and fall 2021 semesters. For fall 2021, 21 new students joined the MBT program and another 8 will enter in spring 2022. Today, we are here to celebrate the 10 graduates of the class of 2020 and the 30 graduates of the class of 2021, and to celebrate the fact that all of these graduates have found great positions. Most have secured jobs as research associates in biotech and pharma, but others find themselves going on to PhD programs or working in research positions in academia. So here's my summary. I think Dean Stagnaro-Green and I overlap a little in our details, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. So 4 graduates have gone on to PhD programs at UIC, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and Baylor College of Medicine. 5 graduates are research associates at universities and academic medical centers like Northwestern, Massachusetts General Hospital, City of Hope Medical Center, and the University of Arizona Asthma and Airway Disease Research Center. 2 graduates have been working with Shield Laboratories as scientists and have been instrumental for the smooth operations of the COVID testing facility on the Rockford campus. And finally, 31 graduates have secured jobs at top companies in biotech and pharma. 7 at companies in Illinois and Wisconsin, 18 at companies in the Boston-Cambridge area in Massachusetts, and 7 at companies in San Francisco. 27 different companies have employed MBT graduates from 2020 and 2021. And while they are too numerous to list, I can assure you that they include outstanding, long-established pharmaceutical companies and new and growing companies focusing on cutting-edge technologies. The other thing that's very clear to me is that the MBT program has a stellar reputation for training excellent scientists because the same companies continue to recruit MBT graduates year after year. As I hope you appreciate, the Rockford Master of Science in Medical Biotechnology program has a lot to be proud of, as do all the graduates here today. So let me finish by saying, well done, graduates, and congratulations to you all, and may you have every success in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Colley, for your remarks and advice to our students. At this point, I would like to introduce to you the 2020 class speaker. Nominated by the class of 2020, the speaker is Mr. Prasanna Kumar Somasundaram Bhaskar. Prasanna joined our master's program in 2018. While completing his studies, Mr. Prasanna also helped us as a TA for our flow cytometry and flow sorter lab, our protein biochemistry lab, skill training lab, and also assisted us with various lab activities. In addition, Prasanna represented the medical biotechnology program at various recruiting fairs, volunteered as an IT technician at the Midway Village Museum on World War I days, and volunteered for fundraising events at the Carpenter Place, Rockford. Mr. Prasanna completed his thesis in my laboratory and was a favorite of all our faculty and staff. Currently, Mr. Prasanna Kumar is a senior research associate for the in vitro pharmacology with the Sana Biotechnology at Cambridge. So I'd like to invite Prasanna to the podium.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to extend my warm welcome to our faculty members and staff of UIC College of Medicine, to all our friends and family members, and last but not the least, the stars of this afternoon, the graduates. It gives me extreme delight that we are all gathered here to celebrate the graduation for the class of 2020 and 2021 today. After a year of struggle, the UIC College of Medicine MBT program has worked very hard to able to arrange this afternoon events for all graduates to enjoy one of the most important accomplishment of our life. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to thank our Dean Green, Dean Karen Colley, Dr. Ramaswamy, Dr. Khalifa Siddiq, Suwa, Jody, and all other faculty members and staff who have worked hard for this day. Instead of making this a formal speech, I would like to take this opportunity and remember several memories that we all shared together as graduates. I think we all agree that the class of 2020 and class of 2021 have not been able to experience a normal grad school experience. And thanks to COVID, like COVID holding a great impact in the world history, we will be most definitely be remembered as an inimitable batch in the history of MBT program. I can confidently say that every one of us has struggled through the first few months of the pandemic when everything suddenly came to stand still. And then we moved to a hybrid system, which is completely a new practice that took a lot of effort to organize and get everyone on board. For the past 2 years, the mirrors in the restroom and our pillows might have seen our tears on several days of failure. But it is the people around here who are around us today and who made here who are the ones who transformed our tears into a smile and cheered us up with all their efforts. So here, we are all today in the face of success, where all our late night lab works, sleepless night studies, last minute revision has totally paid off. As a batchmates, all of us might have experienced competitions in terms of academics and research, but after school hours, we were all friends, and we spent a lot of time together. It's just not education that we learned from the MBT program, but it is also the process of being there for each other and helping each other that has made us, all of us, a better version of ourselves. So today, I feel it's a blessing to have both the class of 2020 and class of 2021's graduation here to celebrate our success together. By now, I think the entire world has understood the role and impact of biotechnologists and scientists. Leaders from different nations are now ready to invest and contribute to life science research. Now, it's our time, graduates, to drive this rush forward to work together and develop a better environment and share it with the next generation. So it is our responsibility to make sure each life in this world enjoys their life to the fullest. Let's take accountabilities for all our actions, and it's okay even if we fail, because most of the great inventions and discoveries happen after many struggles and failures. We might all have different role models or inspiration in our life, but irrespective of it, our goal is to grow in the path we choose, and here is our path. I would like to conclude my speech quoting one of the famous Tamil quote from a literature Purananuru written by Kaniyan Pungundranar around 3,000 years ago, Yadum Ure, Yavarum Kelir, meaning, I am a world citizen, and every citizen in this world is my kith and kin. I see UIC as one of the places where students, faculty members, and each staff from different countries treat each other as their own family members. And to everyone, I say, never forget where you come from, never forget where you are now, and finally, never forget where you want to go. And finally, I would like to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity to share the voice of everyone from 2020 batch of UIC MBT program. Now, let's create some beautiful memories. Yay, we did it. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Prasanna. Now I'd like to introduce our director of the MBT program, Dr. Khalifa Siddiq. Dr. Khalifa Siddiq has a PhD in biochemistry from Washington State University. She then completed her postdoctoral training at Columbia University and joined the University of Arizona as a faculty. From there, she came to UIC in 2008. Khalifa is an excellent researcher. She has published over 32 peer-reviewed manuscripts, received multiple extramural grants, and has presented her work on DNA repair in a number of national and international professional meetings. And she's also an outstanding teacher. Dr. Khalifa joined our MBT program in 2008 as an associate director. The same year, the program was approved by the Illinois Board of Higher Education. Before coming to UIC, Dr. Khalifa was a professor at the Multimedia University at Malaysia. She was the program head of the MS program at Biomedical Sciences degree program, which she founded, and Dr. Khalifa was a member of the National Level Education Committee for the Malaysian Ministry of Higher Education and served on several program review committees that became a great advantage for our program. Since 2010, Dr. Khalifa is the director of the MBT program, and under her leadership, the program has grown immensely and has become one of the best Masters of Science program within the UIC nationally and internationally. Dr. Khalifa Siddiq.
Thank you, Dr. Ramaswamy, for the kind introduction. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the recipients of this year's awards. I would like to invite Dr. Ramaswamy to hand out the awards to the recipients. The first award is the Academic Excellence Award. The Academic Excellence Award is given to an outstanding graduate for academic distinction, which is determined by the cumulative grade point average. As I call your name, if you are present, come to the stage to receive your award. For the class of 2020, the recipient is Jacob Manti. Jacob is not present today. For the class of 2021, all the following recipients graduated with a perfect 4.0 CGPA. The first recipient is Viraj Atul Shah. The second recipient is Sejal Tarun Sharma. The other three recipients, Sneha Halwasia, Yashashri Kape, Savita Matapurka, are not able to be here today. The next award is the Research Innovation Award. The Research Innovation Award is given to a graduate for research ideas that are determined innovative. The recipient of the 2020 Research Innovation Award is Nihal Singh for her research entitled Characterization of B cells in human peripheral blood that produce anti-HMGB1 IgM antibody. The recipient of the 2021 Research Innovation Award is Alejandro Magana for his research entitled An Innovative Approach to the Use of Cryopreserved Placenta Membrane to Increase the Efficacy of Fat Grafting. The next award is the Outstanding Research Award. The award is given to graduates for research excellence, which is determined by evaluating the quality of the research work, the written research report, the oral presentation, and the graduate's approach to the entire research procedure. As you can see from the title of their research projects in the program book, all the graduates on research track have completed research work of very high quality and all deserve to be applauded. The program is very happy with the caliber of their research work despite having to coordinate their hours in the lab due to COVID social distancing guidelines. Vetting the winners for this award has been as challenging this year as it was in previous years. The committee has again decided to give this award to multiple graduates this year. For the class of 2020, the first recipient of this award is Valeria Melendez Habib for her research entitled Evaluation of the Potency and Efficacy of a Lymphatic Filariasis Vaccine Recombinant BM-HEX-T. Valeria is not able to be here with us today. Valeria was mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy Kalyana Sundaram, Dr. Vishal Khatri, and Dr. Nikhil Chauhan. The second recipient is Prasanna Kumar Somasundaram Bhaskar for his research entitled Evaluating the Synergistic Therapeutic Potential of Filarial Cystatin and MIF2 on DSS-induced colitis in mice. Prasanna was also mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy, Dr. Vishal, and Dr. Nikhil. For the class of 2021, the recipients are Eddie Dion Essien for her project entitled Topical Drug Delivery of Methotrexate, Vitamin E, and L-sulforaphane using PBA-modified Pamam dendrimer hydrogel system for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. Eddie was supervised by Dr. Divya Vijayakumar and Dr. Matthew. The second recipient is Kayla Kleeman for her research entitled Effects of Siren on End Joining Properties of XLF. Kayla was supervised by Dr. Leslie Hanakahi. The third recipient is Hilary Shah for her research entitled Evaluation of Ferropticide as a Potential Immunogenic Cell Death-Inducing Agent in Prostate Cancer Cells. Hilary was supervised by Dr. Yanashekar Muniratinam. The fourth recipient is Viraj Atul Shah for her research entitled Characterization of Genome Destabilizing and Oncogenic Mutations in Human Top2. Viraj was supervised by Dr. John and Drs. John and Karin Nitis. The fifth recipient is Sejal Tarun Sharma for her research entitled Synthetic Fusion Cytokine Gift for Transduced Autologous Peritoneal Immune Cells, a novel therapeutic for treatment of ovarian cancer. Sejal was supervised by Dr. Manish Patankar at the Division of Reproductive Sciences at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. The next award is the Service Award. The recipient of the Service Award for 2020 is Prasanna Kumar Somasundram Bhaskar. Prasanna was always available to help the program out when help is needed. He helped us with the preparation of recruiting materials, answering questions from prospective students, meeting new students arriving at O'Hare or the bus terminal, and being one of the few with a car giving rides to his friends. Despite having left the program in the summer of 2020, Prasanna is still willing to offer workshops on the use of various software in immunology for his juniors and Zooming with new prospects. Thank you, Prasanna, for your contribution to the program. The recipient for the 2021 Service Award is Arvind Raj Vishnu Palani. Arvind contributed greatly to our recruitment process by helping us with corresponding with prospective students. Since the students were not responding to emails, Arvind turned to WhatsApp to contact them and cleared most of their inquiries for me and spent December 2019 vacation in India, visiting a few colleges in Bangalore and Chennai, giving briefings on the program and meeting with interested students. Thank you, Arvind, for your contribution to the program. The next award is the Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award. The winner of this award is selected by students they taught. The recipient of the Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award for the class of 2020 is Nihal Singh. Nihal taught the immunology lab. There are two recipients for the Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award for the class of 2021. However, they are both not here. The first recipient is Sneha Hawasya. Sneha is not able to be here today, and Sneha was the teaching assistant for immunology and the tutor for both molecular biology and immunology. The second recipient is Preksha Shahagatka, and Preksha was the teaching assistant for the skill training and protein biochemistry. Thank you, Dr. Ramaswamy. The last student award is the Thermo Fisher Scientific Overall Achievement Award. The award is given to a student who shows academic distinction, research excellence, and leadership qualities and contribution to the program. The award is presented by Thermo Fisher Scientific, and now I invite Dr. Brian Webb, Research and Development Platform Manager at Thermo Fisher Scientific in Rockford, to present the award.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is really wonderful to be here in this beautiful setting and in person. It feels good to be live. The relationship between Thermo Fisher Scientific and UIC has been a long-standing one and a very productive one and an important one. Our campus here in the Rockford for Thermo Fisher Scientific is just across the way, and over the years we have spent many opportunities to collaborate and to help each other in a variety of ways, and so I'm really grateful for the relationship with UIC. I myself am also an adjunct faculty, and so I've had a chance over the years to teach, and I've probably taught a few of these students a few of my classes. So I first offer my congratulations to the students, to their parents, and to the faculty. It is my privilege to present the overall Thermo Fisher Scientific Achievement Award. First, to the 2020 recipient. The recipient of this award is Prasanna Kumar Somasundram Bhaskar. And for the 2021 Thermo Fisher Scientific Achievement Award, Viraj Atul Shah.
Thank you, Dr. The next award is the Staff Award. The Staff Awards are usually given out at the graduation banquet. However, due to the current situation, the banquet is canceled and the awards will be presented here. I would like to invite Dean Alex Stagnaro Green to hand out the awards. The first award is the Research Mentor Award. The award is given to a research group for their dedication in mentoring students in their laboratory. The award for 2020 goes to Dr. Goxing Zhang and Dr. Aoshang Chen. I invite Dr. Chen to receive the award since Dr. Zhang is not able to be present today. The 2020 and 2021 graduates mentored by Dr. Zhang and Dr. Chen are Nihal Singh, Sneha Halwasia, Priya Darshini Visvanathan, and Abhinav Chatterjee. I would like, The 2021 MBT Research Mentor Award is awarded to the scientists at the Stem Cell and Regenerative Medicine Lab, Dr. Jun Lee, Dr. Yong Chao Mao, and Dr. Zheng Yu Chen. I invite them to the stage to receive the award. The 2021 graduates they mentored are Yashashri Kape, Rashmi Sridharan, Brunali Jagdale, and Eric Chai. The next award is the Excellence in Teaching Award. Excellence in Teaching Award is given to an outstanding faculty member for teaching excellence. The faculty member is nominated by the majority vote by the graduating class of students. The class of 2020 selected Dr. Jay Choi to receive this award. I invite Dr. Jay Choi to receive the award. Dr. Jay Choi is a scientist at Thermo Fisher Scientific and has been our adjunct instructor for more than 10 years. Dr. Jay teaches cell biology and biotech entrepreneurship. The last award is the Service Award. The Service Award is given each year to a faculty or staff member who has contributed significantly to the success of the program. The recipient of this year's Outstanding Service Award goes to our ex-business manager, Lisa Meir. Lisa joined our department about 2.5 years ago, and a few months ago, we lost Lisa to the College Office of Accounting and Finance. We would like to thank Lisa for her contribution to the department and the program during her stay with us. Thank you, Lisa, for helping us streamline our process and helping us improve our productivity. Thank you, Dr. Dean Stagnaro-Green. I could now call upon Dr. Ramaswamy to introduce the keynote speaker.
It's our distinct pleasure at this point to introduce to you Dr. Neil Robert McRellis. He's the Vice Provost for Global Engagement, Associate Professor of History at the University of Illinois Chicago. Dr. McRellis is an alumni of UIC, received his PhD degree in history, and has been with the UIC since 2017. He's actively involved in the study abroad program development, campus internationalization, strategic planning for internationalization, and international faculty development. He is a member of the Task Force for Internationalization and Global Engagement at UIC, and was a member of the International Travel Society Safety Committee at UIC. Prior to coming to UIC, Dr. McRellis was the Mildred Miller Ford Foundation Eminent Scholar, Chair of International Education, and Executive Director of the Center for International Education at Columbus State University, and served on the leadership team for the international education with the University System of Georgia and the University of Belize. He's widely published, and his area of interest is British attitude towards Americans during Great War. Dr. McRellis is a well-wisher of our mobility program since moving to UIC. We thank him for all his support. So at this point, I would like to invite Dr. McRellis to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Ramaswamy. Dean Colley, Dean Stagnaro-Green, Dr. Siddiqui, honored guests, family members here and abroad, watching through, I understand, YouTube, and graduates. I'm honored to be with you on this auspicious afternoon, beautiful sunny afternoon. We don't have many more of these before it gets quite cold, so I'm enjoying it. I hope you are as well. And this ceremony punctuates what is a key event in our graduates' life and marks a great triumph. Like many other academics, I have probably participated in, I don't know how many, 75, 100 commencements or graduation ceremonies, as well as many induction ceremonies for honor societies and such. As I say, this is not remarkable. It's not due to any particular character of mine. Those are senior faculty members or hold administrative roles. This is part of what we do, and very gratefully and gladly do. But I've only participated in 4 graduation ceremonies that were for me, where I was receiving a degree. Only 4 times. One was in an American football stadium in the evening. The second one was on a very humid May day in Tennessee on a broad, luscious lawn where I was profusely sweating because it was so sunny and so humid. The third and the fourth ones were at the UIC Pavilion, now Credit Union 1 arena, where I received my 2 UIC degrees, a master's and a doctoral degree. These were memorable for me because I was receiving a degree, just like our graduates here today. I have to say, I don't recall the keynote speaker, who it was, what they said, or anything about them at all. So I'm under no illusion regarding what our graduates will remember about today, and that's okay, because really they're the focus of today. I said at the beginning that this ceremony punctuates, I use the word punctuates, when describing the impact of it. Why? Well, maybe for me, the metaphor works in part because I was trained to write precisely and clearly. I say trained because I have found that sometimes I create something upon rereading I think, that's really good. I have to say more often, however, I wonder if I can turn what is a very awkward draft into something that will really make sense and convey a true, authentic meaning. Especially in America, we are trained to think we must not share any sense of uncertainty or shortcoming because we place such a high value on personal independence and assertive self-confidence. P.T. Barnum, the famous 19th century circus promoter, was an expert at the art of puffery and famously stated that, quote, "there is no such thing as bad publicity." In other cultures, however, where communal or collective values are more highly prized, such braggadocio is more widely condemned. As the Japanese proverb says, the nail that sticks out is struck. Not all cultures appreciate what they consider egotism and blustering. I also like the punctuation metaphor because it evokes my own sense of what life is like. That is, as a series of connected but contingent actions we take and their multiple unpredictable, at least often unpredictable repercussions. As a 20-year-old, exactly 40 years ago in September, as a 20-year-old who had never left the United States, I arrived at Leeds University in the UK in September 1981. It had been a dramatic journey. It included our plane being struck by lightning and a thunderstorm and having to make a forced landing at a US military base. It was not an auspicious start for my study at Leeds, to say the least. I had decided to travel to the UK and enter Leeds for a number of reasons. In part, I was welcoming an academic challenge of a new subject, British history, and a different approach to study based on the tutorial system, which is a hallmark of much of British education. More significantly and honestly, I wanted to see and learn about the world, meet people who thought and acted differently from me, hear cutting-edge popular music, eat food I had never tasted, and see things unlike anything I had previously seen. I experienced those things and was so fortunate to have those kinds of opportunities during my nearly 2 years in Leeds. I had steak and kidney pie with a pint of Yorkshire Tetley Bitter more than once. I heard the Stray Cats and the Eurythmics. I don't know if our graduates know who those bands are, but those of my generation certainly do remember them. And I had a chance to see them in person, both of them. I celebrated Christmas with Italian friends in Verona, Italy, walked the narrow medieval streets like the shambles in the city of York. I worked in a pub, a wine bar, and had many other unique, original experiences, nothing that I had never experienced before. More importantly, but only in hindsight, what followed for me after Leeds grew out of those pivotal years of my life. Personally speaking, marriage to a wonderful woman I met at Leeds. She's still staying with me despite my many failings and shortcomings, but 40 years now, almost. A career research and writing about British history, and a 26-year administrative career in international education. Leeds shaped my whole life afterward. It really punctuated it. But again, only in hindsight. I first pursued graduate work in British and European history, starting at UIC during the 1980s and into the early 1990s. The campus, by the way, in the 1980s was not nearly as attractive as it is. If you've been there, it's much more attractive than when I started in the 1980s, when they had the second-tier walkways all across campus. It was a very different looking campus. It was not until a few years later, after graduating, that I realized my love of learning by experiencing different places, people, and cultures could lead to a career in international education. I didn't know what international education was, honestly. Only later did I learn. Once I realized that, I gradually realigned my efforts while retaining my commitment to research, scholarship, and teaching. As a result, I have had the good fortune to visit many parts of the world, to work with colleagues and institutions therein, and create opportunities for others to learn abroad. In the process, I have gained a keener appreciation of the other ways of knowing, the other ways of living. Through those experiences, I learned to be more flexible, to accept greater ambiguity, and to adapt to my hosts and their environments. This is a particularly fine environment. I'm very happy to be adapting to this particular environment. In the process, I've also also gained a much better sense of my own personal cultural identities, which are constant and yet fluid and variable, depending on who I'm with and where I am. To excel in the kinds of communities our graduates will be entering as professionals and citizens, I encourage them to pursue diverse opportunities, not always because they fit whatever plan they may have for their personal or professional life, but because the unexpected learning and depth it will bring to each of them. A 4th century BC Chinese Taoist philosopher once wrote a fable about a frog who lived in a well, which he never left. He spent his whole life there. He was very pleased with his little watery world and the small circle of light that he could see at the top of the well shaft. One day, however, a sea turtle entered the well and told the frog about the great endless ocean and the limitless sky above it. The frog did not believe this could be true because he could not imagine what he had never experienced. And so the frog dismissed the story out of hand. According to a later Japanese poem, which is based on this story, the turtle responded, "How shall I talk of the sea to the frog if he has never left his pond?" Let me close with something one of my UIC mentors told me in 1991 at the conclusion of my dissertation defense. I had had a very stressful several weeks leading up to the event, as all folks going into dissertation events do. And the defense itself was very nerve-wracking, to say the least. But afterwards, in the hallway, he congratulated me on my success and said, "No matter what happens from this point onward, you know you have completed your degree, and no one and nothing can ever take that away from you." So I extend my congratulations to you all, as you have achieved something honestly very few have. And most of the credit goes to our graduates for the long days spent in laboratories, reading, studying, writing. Again, that degree that you have earned, no one can take away from you because you've earned it. I extend my congratulations to the graduates, members of the Flames community henceforth, along with me. I saw on the website that a reunion of Rockford alumni is being planned for next October. I hope that's still in the planning. So I hope some of you, graduates, may be able to join in that celebration. I also extend my congratulations to your faculty, family, and to your friends. I'm certain that you, like me, attained this achievement in part because so many others guided, supported, and helped you. Hopefully, you'll be able to, graduates, celebrate this occasion by having a special dinner meal today or very soon, I hope. You definitely deserve it. So again, congratulations to you all, and I wish you the very best of success.
At this time, we would like to honor each of the members of the class of 2020 and 2021. As your name is called, please join us on stage, and Dr. Karen Colley will congratulate you, and the other dignitaries on stage will rise and shake and fist palm you in congratulations. Dr. Colley, I present the class of 2020. Reem Bagabas. Reem is from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and she received her Bachelor's of Science in Biology from King Abdul Aziz University, Saudi Arabia. Reem was mentored by Dr. Shasha Shafiqani at Rush Medical College, Chicago, Illinois. Reem is currently a Research Associate 2 at City of Hope, Duarte, California. Jenna Pimentel. Jenna is from Chandler, Arizona. She received her Bachelor of Science in Molecular and Cellular Biology from the University of Arizona in Tucson, Arizona. Jenna did her internship at Illinois Institute of Technology in Chicago, Illinois, and Jenna is currently a clinical research coordinator at Banner University Medical Center, Tucson, Arizona. Nihal Singh. Nihal is from Madhya Pradesh, India. She received her Bachelor of Technology, Biotechnology from National Institute of Technology at Rourkela, India. Nihal was mentored by Dr. Goxing Zhang and Dr. Aoshang Chen, and she's currently a Senior Research Associate at Moderna, Inc., Boston, Massachusetts. Prasanna Kumar Somasundram Bhaskar. Prasanna is from Karur, India. He received his Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University in Chennai, India. He was mentored by Drs. Ramaswamy, Vishal, and Nikhil, and he's currently the Senior Research Associate at Sana Biotechnology in Boston, Massachusetts. Priyadarshini Viswanathan. Priya is from Patukottai, India. She received her Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University in Chennai, India. She was mentored by Dr. Goxing Zhang and Dr. Aoshang Chen, and she's a Senior Research Associate, Biomarker Immunological Assay Development at SQZ Biotechnologies, Watertown, Massachusetts. Dr. Colley, now I present the class of 2021. Razan Tariq Al-Harazi. Razan is from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. She received her Bachelor of Science in Biology from King Abdul Aziz University in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and she did her internship at University of Illinois Chicago and Northwestern University. Vaishnavi Bina Valsan. Vaishnavi is from Matanur, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from SRM Institute of Science and Technology in Tamil Nadu, India. She was mentored by Dr. Divya Bijukumar and Dr. Matthew, and she's currently a Research Associate at Mantra Bio, San Francisco, California. Eniola Birch. Eniola is from Lagos, Nigeria. She received her Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from the University of Lagos in Nigeria. She was mentored by Dr. Matthew and Dr. Divya Bijukumar, and she is currently a Research Associate at Senti Biosciences, San Francisco, California. Eric Chai. Eric is from Taipei, Taiwan. He received his Bachelor of Science in Biochemical Science and Technology from the National Taiwan University in Taiwan. She was mentored by Dr. Zhu-Jun Lee, and he's a scientist at Shield, Illinois, Rockford, Illinois. Abhinav Chatterjee. Abhinav is from Kolkata, India. He received his Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from SRM Institute of Science and Technology in Tamil Nadu, India. Abhinav was mentored by Dr. Goxing Zhang and Dr. Aoshang Chen, and he's currently the Research Associate at Nurix Therapeutics, San Francisco, California. Eddie Deong Essien. Eddie is from Calabar, Cross River, Nigeria. She received her Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology from Bells University of Technology in Ota, in Nigeria. She was mentored by Dr. Divya Bijukumar and Dr. Matthew. She will be joining Intellia Therapeutics in Boston, Massachusetts as a Senior Research Associate in January. Kayla Clement. Kayla is from Rockton, Illinois. She received her Bachelor of Science in Biology from Carroll University, Waukesha, Wisconsin, and she was mentored by Dr. Leslie Hanakahi. Ashwarya Kumar. Ashwarya is from Chennai, India. She received her Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Tamil Nadu, India. She was mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy Kalyanasundram and Dr. Vishal Khatri, and she's currently a Research Associate 2 at Nurix Therapeutics, San Francisco, California. Alejandro Magana. Alex is from Mexico City, Mexico. He received his Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences from Aurora University, Aurora, Illinois. He was mentored by Dr. Matthew and Dr. Divya Bijukumar, and he is currently a scientist at Shield, Illinois, Rockford, Illinois. Arvind Raj Vishnu Palani. Arvind is from the Andaman Islands, India. He received his Bachelor of Technology, Biotechnology from Vellore Institute of Technology in Tamil Nadu, India. He did his internship at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and he's currently a Research Associate 2 at Editas Medicine, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Niha Fani Bhushan. Niha is from Bangalore, India. Niha received her Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology from Ramaiah Institute of Technology in Bangalore, India. Neha was mentored by Dr. Divya Bijukumar, and she's currently a Senior Associate Scientist at Generation Bio, San Francisco, California. Monica Saravana Vela. Monica is from Chennai, India. Monica received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University in Chennai, India. She was mentored by Dr. Nilu Puri, and she's currently a Research Technologist at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. Shruti Salvaraj. Shruti is from Bangalore, India. She received her Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology from Ramaiah Institute of Technology, Bangalore, India. She was mentored by Dr. Leslie Hanakahi, and she's currently a PhD candidate at the GEMS program at UIC Chicago. Hilary Shah. Hilary is from Ahmedabad, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Rai University in Gujarat, India. She was mentored by Dr. Yanashekar Muniratinam, and she's currently an Associate Scientist at Hi-Fi Bio Therapeutics, Boston, Massachusetts. Viraj Atul Shah. Viraj is from Gujarat, India. She received a Bachelor of Biotechnology from Rai University in Gujarat, India. She was mentored by Dr. John Nitis and Karin Nitis, and she is currently an Associate Scientist at Biogen, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Sejal Tarun Sharma. Sejal is from Mumbai, India. She received her Master's of Science in Biotechnology from University of Mumbai, India. She was mentored by Dr. Manish Patankar at the University of Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, and she's currently a PhD candidate at University of Wisconsin, Madison. Rashmi Sridharan. Rashmi is from Chennai, India. She received her Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University in Chennai, India. She was mentored by Dr. Xiu Jun Lee, and she's currently a Research Associate at Thymune Therapeutics in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Thank you, Dean Colley. Thank you. Now I would like to read the names of the graduates who are not here in person with us today. From the class of 2020, Ravina Gupta. Ravina is from Bangkok, Thailand. She was mentored by Dr. John Nitis and Dr. Karin Nitis, and she's currently a PhD candidate at Northwestern University, Chicago. Jacob Manti. Jacob is from Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. He was mentored by Dr. Matthew and Dr. Divya Bijukumar, and he's currently an associate study manager at LabCorp Drug Development in Madison, Wisconsin. Valeria Melendez Habib. Valeria is from Caguas, Puerto Rico. She was mentored by Drs. Ramaswamy and Vishal Khatri and Nikhil Chauhan, and she's currently a PhD candidate at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. Diana Paladis. Diana is from Naperville, Illinois. She was mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy, Dr. Vishal Khatri, and Dr. Nikhil Chauhan, and she's currently self-employed. Shruti Venkata Subramaniam. Shruti is from Lagos, Nigeria, and Chennai, India. She did her internship at Indigo Egg Inc., Boston, Massachusetts, and she's currently a senior research associate at Sana Biotechnology in Boston, Massachusetts. From the class of 2021, Obakanyin Akin Fosil. Oba is from Ibadan, Nigeria. She was mentored by Dr. Matthew and Dr. Divya Bijukumar, and she's now a quality engineer at Catalan Pharma Solutions in Bloomington, Indiana. Shreya Dab. Shreya is from New Delhi, India. She was mentored by Dr. Nilu Puri, and she's currently a PhD candidate at the GEMS program, UIC Chicago. Vasha Ganesan. Vasha is from Chennai, India. She was mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy and Dr. Vishal Khatri, and she's currently a research associate too at Cytom X Therapeutics in San Francisco, California. Regina Giovanni. Regina is from Bandung, Indonesia. She was mentored by Dr. Jay Won-Shin, and she's currently a research technologist at Northwestern University, Chicago, Illinois. Sneha Halwasia. Sneha is from Mumbai, India. Sneha was mentored by Dr. Gojing Zhang and Dr. Aoshuang Chen, and she's currently an associate scientist at EMD Serono, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Mrunali Jagdale. Mrunali is from Maharashtra, India. She was mentored by Dr. Zhu Jun Lee, and she's currently a research associate too at Editas Medicine, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Yashashri Kape. Yashashri is from Vadodara, Gujarat, India. She was mentored by Dr. Zhu Jun Lee, and she's currently a research associate too at Vertex Pharmaceuticals, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Savita Matapuka. Savita is from Pune, India. She was mentored by Dr. John Nittis and Dr. Karin Nittis, and she's now an associate scientist too at Ascidian Therapeutics, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Kavya Sri Rachela. Kavya is from Mumbai, India. She was mentored by Dr. Nilu Puri, and she's currently a senior research associate at Chimera Therapeutics, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Pamela Reyes. Pamela is from Davis, Illinois. She did her internship on campus, and she's currently an associate scientist at AbbVie, North Chicago. Nitila Saravanan. Nitila is from Chennai, India. She was mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy Kalyanasundram, and she's currently a senior research associate at Intellia Therapeutics, Boston. Preksha Shahagarkar. Preksha is from Pune, Maharashtra, India. Preksha was mentored by Dr. Yanashekar Muniratinam, and she's currently a research associate too at Acceleron Pharma, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Mona Vuduta. Mona is from Bangalore, India, and Mona was mentored by Dr. Yanashekar Muniratinam, and she is currently a research associate too at CRISPR Therapeutics, Boston, Massachusetts. It is with great pride that I stand before you in the Coronado Theater to celebrate this most auspicious occasion. In my tenure at the college, I have been privileged to feel the sense of community that we enjoy at the UIC Health Science Campus in Rockford. We recognize that completing school takes hard work and commitment from the students, coupled with the support and understanding of their friends and family members. As is tradition, I ask the graduating class to rise and take a moment to recognize and appreciate those in the audience and those watching at home who have supported them along this journey. Today, we honor our graduates, but we also honor the friends and family members who have supported them throughout the journey. To all who have provided unending support and love, this is also your day. Congratulations, class of 2020 and 2021. May you always choose a path of happiness and health as well as prosperity. And when you get to where you are going, please keep the MBT family traditions alive. Slide down a ladder, reach out a hand, throw down a rope, and help the next one in line up. Now I would like to introduce the class speaker. You may sit, sorry. Now I would like to introduce the class speaker for the class of 2021. Alejandro Magana has the honor of being the class speaker as chosen by his classmate. I call upon Alex to give his remark.
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations to all of the graduates standing here. As has been the theme throughout the ceremony, it has been difficult for us due to the current events, so I think it shouldn't go unnoticed of what we have achieved so far. I want to take the moment to thank the faculty for giving me the opportunity to speak in today's special and memorable event. I want to give thanks also to my family for supporting me in every aspect of my education, life, and choices. It wasn't always easy, but they helped me overcome all of the obstacles I had to face. Despite the current state of the world and the challenges we have endured, I am proud of us all. I am proud of what we have accomplished, and I am excited for what is ahead of us. I'm happy to see all my classmates around me. For those of you who maybe don't know me or personally didn't have any courses with me, I was that student who maybe didn't go to every class, who maybe studied last minute for exams, and maybe prepared PowerPoints last minute before they were due. I was living the dream, I guess you can say. And while it is true to some extent, it wasn't always by choice. You see, like many others here, I had to work hard and earn a living while attending school. I did everything in my capacity to make ends meet, from taking care of the elderly at a local nursing home, serving drinks at a restaurant, and to even loading up Amazon delivery trucks at 3 in the morning. School wasn't always easy. At times, I wasn't very motivated. I wasn't ready to handle the debt I was accumulating, the lack of sleep, and the uncertainty of my future. I resorted to being optimistic and joking around with others how everything was always okay and exams were easy and school and all wasn't that difficult. But in reality, I was hiding from the fact that at times I did want to quit. I even considered many times dropping out and living the rest of my life in a less stressful career, maybe taking the easy way out. I feel like some of us here sitting around me may have felt that way at times during our life. Yet we found ways to change our mindset. We found support from our loved ones to enable us to finish our goals. The thing that kept me afloat was my family. I could not let them down with all the financial support and encouragement they had given me over the years, and the amount of faith they had in me with completing my education. We all had our struggles in the past couple of years, but one thing is true, and that is that we are all sitting here looking ahead proud with what we have accomplished and excited of what the future holds for us. Additionally, many of us sitting here, part of this program, like me, immigrated to this country to obtain a higher level education, to fulfill our dreams, and to chase the American dream. In this room, there are individuals who will go out to the world to become great physicians, innovating researchers, and prolific academics. I hope that we all keep this in mind as we face the current challenges in our world. I'm not going to stand here and say that it's going to be easy, as current reality has showed us how turbulent and unpredictable life can be. But it will certainly be worth taking the risk of unifying the world and achieving our dreams. Life is challenging, unforgiving, and difficult, and we can either hide from it, coast through it, or confront it with all of our grit and achieve what we want, just like how we have achieved to obtain our degree as we sit here. With that being said, I want to congratulate the class of 2020 and 2021 for getting through the impossible and taking the step forward for a better tomorrow. Thank you.
These graduates reach their goals through the support and help of many people. To their families and friends, I thank you for being there for them and making the sacrifices necessary to help them achieve their dream. To the mentors, both research and internship, I thank you for the time and energy you put in to help their research to be the scientists that they are now. And you provided them with insights and direction, not only on their projects, but also their careers. To the faculty and adjunct faculties, you provided instruction and learning experiences to expand their knowledge and skills and always challenge them to be innovative. Thank you. A big thank you to our lab manager, Laura, for the wonderful work of maintaining the labs, making all the necessary changes and arrangements, enabling us to run lab classes and enabling the students to continue with their research project through the pandemic. The last 2 years have been extremely difficult for all of us. We had to transition to remote learning, to maintain social distance, to keep our areas clean and sanitized. I'd like to thank Swa Cho for taking the initiative to educate herself to get our remote learning system going, and for helping and guiding the faculty members as needed with their teaching. And also for foregoing her safety and picking up students and dropping them and setting to the bank to set up their bank account and to the grocery stores. Thank you to Jody Ritter for working with all our graduates to ensure that their proposals and final reports are well formatted and written. To our business managers, Lisa Mir and Biju Ayapan, thank you for your support. To Janet Stalsnow, thank you for arranging the departmental seminar. A big thank you to the staff of the physical plant, especially Lee and Dan, for helping us with the transportation to and from the theater. To the human resource, accounting, IT, the library, media department, we thank you for supporting the students and the MBT program. A significant number of our students are international students. Thank you to Jim, Megan, Stephen, and Ben for all the support our international students receive from them. The Thermo Fisher Scientific, thank you so much for your ongoing support. The program acknowledges that we would not be as successful as we are today if not for the support we get from them in so many different ways. The continuous stream of adjunct professors, the free kits, the use of Thermo Fisher facility for our lab classes, and for sponsoring the Thermo Fisher Award. Thank you, Brian, for this partnership. To Vro Bember, thank you for your annual fundraising supporting Dr. Yanashekhar's research on prostate cancer and for the Brovember Scholarship to be awarded in the near future. We thank the Blazer Foundation for the support that we received to setting up the Regenerative Medicine and Disability Research Lab, the Nanotechnology Lab, the Bioprinting Lab. The labs and their members have contributed greatly to the growth of the MBT program, providing much needed teaching and research opportunities to our students. To the Graduate School Dean, Dr. Karen Colley, and Dr. John Art, thank you for your ongoing support. You both have been on this journey with us from the very beginning. We are very grateful for your constant support. To our keynote speaker, Dr. Neil McCrillis, thank you for driving out today to address the student. Thank you for sharing this celebration with us and for the advice you gave to the students. To our assistants for today, Carrie, Bethany, Marisol, Radha, and Lisa, and all the MBT student volunteers, thank you very much for spending your Sunday with us. Finally, to Dean Alex Tegnaro Green and all the staff at the Dean's office, thank you for your ongoing support. Dean Alex Tegnaro Green will now close the ceremony and lead the recessional, followed by the class of 2020 and the faculty. We now ask that you stay seated until the end of the recessional. Thank you.
Khalifa, thank you for all those comments and for acknowledging everybody who was integral in this graduation and making it happen. But it doesn't happen without our students, the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. I think that they have had to travel over greater hills and more obstacles than any other MBT class or classes to continue to thrive, to do so well in their classes, to move forward with their research, to develop connections with employees throughout the country, to go on to PhD programs at fantastic institutions. This is, in general, a great accomplishment, but to do it during a pandemic, when at times labs were closed, when classes went virtual, is truly a wonderful acknowledgement. So I would just like to take this opportunity to tell you how proud we are of the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. I will conclude by thanking everyone for being here today, including those who were not able to join us but are watching us through the YouTube. It's been my pleasure to be with you as we commend so many talented and committed individuals. My advice to our graduates is this is just the beginning. Go forth and take the knowledge, the drive, the determination, the skills that you gained here at the College of Medicine of Rockford and help change the world. Congratulations.